Buenos Dias Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Like I'm in the booth. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a mother. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a mother. Guard by ya, guard by ya. Alrighty, I'm all off key. Trip out. And in Menudo Style in direct fashion, y'all see the thumbnail? The setup was real, right? Set up till I'm fed up. Now that's hard. Ba-da-ba-ba. Now trip out. And in Menudo Style in direct fashion, I got to thinking about some old stories, right? And I started thinking about the old school setup. Let me make sure my Orochan's all right. The setup is real, especially when someone doesn't like you for any particular reason. You know, instead of going head up, instead of meeting you somewhere in a dark alley and saying, hey, what's happening, right? The setup game. Now, it's happened to me numerous times. Females stay trying to set people up, you know. They're utilized to set vatos up. Hey, this is what's going to happen, eh? You're going to get at him. He's going to get at you. You're going to continue to get at him. He's going to get at you. He's going to want a mamon, but you're not going to give it to him. You're going to wait till he comes to you. And then boop, bitty, boop, boop, boop. Next thing you know, your chain's gone. Your jaw's over there. Your tooth is in Fresno somewhere. That's just how it is. Now, myself, I remember the first time that a female tried setting me up. It wasn't necessarily she tried to hide it from me. She let me know every time something was going to happen. And I let her know every time I was willing to make whatever happens, happens. Menudo style. Oh, hell no. And now trip out. So the chick in particular I'm talking about was one of my baby's mama's sister, right? And she didn't like me. She didn't like me because she felt like I was taking her canala away from her. You know, they were used to partying, you know what I mean? They were for the streets, eh? They were used to being out there really having it their way. You know, or people were having them this way. Either way, that's what she was into, and without her carnala, she felt like, you know, she couldn't just do it. She couldn't be her flamboyant self. She needed a crime partner. She needed her crimey, eh? And her crimey was all hooked on me. See, her crime partner, who she was usually going out with, being a piruja and doing her thing, found out that for no other reason, the pipote was langote, right? And she wanted to stay right where she sat. And that was what it was going to be. Now, at this particular time, you need to understand that means that the chick, her sister, did not care for me or like me. Now, we used to frequent her pad a lot. And every time we went over there, she would look at me some type of way, feel some type of way about me. And I always try to keep it cordial and respectful. That's the way you do it. You know what I mean? You don't want to be bitter rivals with your chick's family because that could only lead to disaster. Get no blue face. Next thing you know, you're leaking everywhere. They're leaking everywhere. No one has a tooth. And it'd be like that sometimes. Guard! I said it'd be like that. And now, anyways, one day I remember she gets mad. She gets mad because she asked her sister to go to a club with her. I said, nah, she ain't doing none of that. And she said, why? Before I came into the picture. I said, let's get hold up, sit down here. I'm going to give you some knowledge you can't get in college. I told her, there's no way that I feel comfortable with letting my pregnant old lady at the time go clubbing with you just so you can get your evangelization on. It ain't going to never happen. If you want to be chueca, be chueca. But at the same time, she's going to respect my gangster. She's going to respect the relationship she's in. You don't let her have no fun. I know I don't. I will never let her have no fun. Unless I'm having the fun. Then we can have fun together. You understand where I'm coming from. I wasn't going to be disrespected in my relationship. And I wasn't definitely going to let her little sister steer her the wrong way. You know, I'm sure if I wasn't there, I was incarcerated. They would have been all at the club like, right? But it wasn't going to happen this night. So this chick gets pissed. So this is the first time that she tried to set me up. Wasn't going to be the last, and I'm going to tell you about it. But it just never worked out in her favor. Sometimes the cards aren't there for you. So I said, you got an ace, I got a joker. Give me your shoes. You know what I mean? I'm going to have that joker one time. So she tried to call a couple of my homeboys that I grew up with. Now, they weren't from my barrio. They were from the neighborhood that I grew up in, but they weren't particularly from my barrio. They're from a different set. But I mean, I grew up with these two brothers. One's name was Oscar. The other was Fidel. And they were known in the town, you know, to be about some business. At the same time, it wasn't like she was calling in two crazy hitters that I had to fear. I didn't know this. So she was like, hey, I got a couple of homeboys that want to talk to you outside. I remember I was at her pad. I remember, too, she was acting extra nice. I walked in. She was like, hey, you want something to eat? I was like, oh, hold on now here. You know, am I getting punked? Is Ashton Kutcher going to jump out with Demi Moore giving them a mahoney? What's going on here? To what degree of nicealization is going on here? Because you don't like me, and I definitely don't like you. I bone you, but I don't like you, right? Don't tell her sister. Anyway, so trip out. I'm kicking back. She was like, hey, somebody pulled up outside. They want to talk to you all of a sudden. Now she's looking all mean, right? After she didn't offer me a lemonade. She didn't offer me a whole plate of food. I was like, oh, now this is what it's all about, huh? Orale, make it like a high, make a hiney, ho, right? So I go outside. Guard, I said I went outside. I said, right? Now, of course, I had me a little thing on me because at this time, I don't know what I'm approaching. I don't know what the situation is, but I know that she hit me with the Cheshire cat look, and I knew something wasn't quite right? So as I walk out there, you know, I hit the dum, 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 dum. I'm leaning like a cholo, solo, like Bolo Young, right? And I see my two partners in the car, and when their eyes get big when they see me, and one of them's named Fidel, I call him Fiddle, the other one's name is Oscar, like I said, Chino, and I walk up on them, and I'm like, what's up, bros? They're like, hey, we're waiting on this vault, he's supposed to come out, we're going to get off on him. I'm like, who? I'm looking back. They're like, what are you doing over here? I said, I'm with my chick. You know, her sister lives right here, and they're like, who's her sister? And I told them, they're like, oh, fool, she's talking about her brother-in-law, this, and that. That's you. I said, look it, man. I wasn't in the playing mood because these guys, I felt like they knew who I was, and they had told they were just trying to get the double up. They were just trying to get the double up, the double mongolization on, right? So I felt that they knew exactly who they were coming for and what they were coming to do. But now all of a sudden that I'm there with some chrome shining allegedly on my side, they don't need that smoke, right? No way. No, they're about to like, hey, about to different, right? And they knew, yes, Wood Brothers, I was different that day. Sprinkle you in, right? So I remember distinctly peeking my head into the car door, and they had a bat right there, on my chain and shit. I was like, oh man, these guys are really gonna do something bad to me, right? And I said, I whispered, right? I did it, Chowdy. I did the baby boy. I said, hey, Fiddle, don't get caught up in the middle. He was like, nah, bro, it's not like that, bro. You know what I mean? No, hell no, bro. We ain't tripping like that, bro. He's like, this chick called us talking about, hey, she'll top us both off, you know what I mean, real righteously if we come over here and we beat up her brother-in-law. I said, you know who I was, bro. You know I've been with her sister. You know I've been hitting that. And especially you, Oscar, you've been in her sister's DMs. I know what time it is with you, right? He was like, nah, bro, it's the editor. I don't even know. Hey, we got to go, eh? You know what I mean? We're getting a phone call here. They dipped. I walked back in the house. I'll tell her, hey, I'll take that plate of food now. And the lemonade, right? She was like, where'd the homies go? I said, it's where they're not. And they're not here. They knew better. I said, come on, man. Don't be calling Oscar and Fidel. Those are the homies I grew up with in Beechwood. Spencer La Tira, you know what I mean? They're real ones, but at the end of the day, I'm a real one as well. And they know what time it is, man. If something happens to me, see them out there right there, something definitely going to happen to them. Get up, Chucky, and get down, demon, right? So they skirted off. They didn't want that smoke. So about a couple weeks passes. And she's telling my chick at the time, my chick's getting bigger and bigger. Go figure, right? She's telling my chick, hey, I don't like your old man. I'm telling you, his day's going to come. I'm going to call my baby daddy. My baby daddy's going to push up on him. My baby daddy's going to handle business, no questions asked. You know, so one day she calls us and she's like, hey, my baby daddy's over here. He wants to talk to you. Is that right? I'll be right there. And I remember I didn't have a little thing that day. But what I did have is a pico de gallo. It's called a steak knife. I said, what did I use it for? Pork chops. Sauce. Clink, clink. Let's go. Right? So her sister's like, no, we're having a baby. I don't want you to go to jail. I said, it's okay. Thank you. Hey, look, just get a turner. We cut them up a little bit. We'll flush them down to whatever. It's good, right? So I remember getting there. The chick, my chick goes straight to the room with her sister. And the homie's sitting there on the couch. Now, again, 3 strikes, you're going to be out. Here's the second strike. I knew the bottle. And I knew him to be a crackhead poop butt. I'm just saying, though, right? So I could have offered him a 20. He'd have ran to the local Tyrone and got his on, right? But anyways, I'm sitting there. I'm like, what's up? And they also call him Chino. I was like, what's up, Chino? He's like, oh, bro, what's up? Well, I ain't seen you in a minute. I said, yeah, so what's up? So what's the game plan here? You know what I mean? You're supposed to beat me up or what? This guy was 5'1", right? You're supposed to beat me up or are you going to be my footrest while I watch the fucking football game right here at your lady's house? I don't know what it is or what you intend to try to do, bro, but that's what's never going to happen. He goes, nah, bro, look, trip out. She called me, eh? You know, we've been trying to get back together. I know she's a hoe, but at the same time, we've been trying to get back together. And the way my get-together game works is I got to beat you up in order to do that. Help me. How can you help me to help you to help you to help me? I said, well, first of all, beating me up ain't in the agenda. That's not on the menu today. I said, what's on the menu is whatever your old lady cooks, because I'm going to eat all her foods before I get up out of here. And we're just going to kick back and watch the game, bro. Or did they go Raiders, right? Because that ain't nothing else going to happen tonight. And he was like, bro, just work with me, homie. You know what I mean? Let me at least throw a couple punches at you and then you just do this. And I said, no, bro, I can't. Hold on. I'm active and I punch him. I said, can't let you just beat me up. You know? So he started to become angry. Like, hey, bro, you're not going to do this bottle for me? Look, first of all, you smoke dope. Second of all, you calling me over here and tell me to fake a fight and get beat up so that way you can get my one tonight? Yeah, well, I'm getting my one. I'm the winner is. So I'm going to get one whether I win or lose. But if you want to fight, let's just fight then, for reals. Let's just, hey, for your old lady's sake, for your sake, for everyone's sake, we could just really fight. He was like, well, I ain't no punk. You know when people start getting brave, they do that? Well, I ain't no punk. I ain't never called him one. In my mind, I'm thinking, yes, you are, puto. Yes, you are, puto. But in the outside, in the exterior, I'm like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Did I say that? And I'm, hey, guard. Dun, 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 dun. This father was like, I mean, we could do whatever. As soon as she came out of the room, he's like, we could do whatever. I looked at my old lady, she looked at me, she was smiling and laughing like, man, this guy doesn't know. I was like, all right, come on, let's go do whatever then. So we went outside, and as soon as we got outside, his lady can't hear, he was like, winking at me, just play it off, play it off, play it off. I said, oh, hell no, right? So I ain't gonna lie, this vato standing right there, well, get off, do what you're gonna do. And I was like, well, hold on now. I looked at his old lady, I go, didn't you have call him on the bat phone to come beat me up? Well, check it out, Robin, because you definitely ain't Batman. And said, I'm gonna pull this out. This is called a string. I use it for pork chops. I said, see what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to put this inside you a few times. And then that's what we're going to do. I remember I was talking to him just like that. He was like, hey, bro, why are you talking like that, eh? This was a J-Cat, right? He was all scared. Of course, at the end of the story, no punches were thrown. He didn't try to scrape me. We kicked back and we ate sopas and watched the Raiders win. All right, then. That's just what it went. She was mad. She was pissed. He probably didn't get him on one. I did. And that was the end of that story. We ended up going to the pad. It was about 6 months later. I thought she had gotten over the hump. She struck out twice. Leave me alone, you know. Why do you want to get me beat up? Like, your sister's not going nowhere, man. I got a no for every bump on your face, girl. Every time you say it's no. Can I borrow some food stamps? No. Can you go with me to the Ramate because they're having a... No. Can you go with me to the club because... Hell no. Oh, hell no. Right? She ain't going nowhere. I said, sorry. I'm the king of the castle, and guess what? This is my castle, Gray Skull, right? She's staying right here, Golden Skull. Bang, bang. That's it. The last time she tried was the funniest time, right? So she gets at her sister. They're having a conversation. They called each other every day. They're very close, you know. Like I said, if they wanted to go shopping or do whatever they want, as long as they were buying me something, it's all good. But going to the clubs and meeting up with dudes and all that, come on now. My Heine didn't even, as soon as the Heine used to mention other guys, my Heine would put the phone like this. It's not me, it's not me. I'm like, man, I ain't going to do nothing to you, but at the same time, you know what I mean, get your mind right before you shine right. Knowledge you won't get in college. Not trip out. So the last time that she tried to have me hit and set up was funny. Because this one, I ain't gonna lie, I had butterflies in my stomach. I thought it was really going down. Just because of the city the water was coming out of, right? So trip out, she's like, one day she's talking to her sisters and I say something and she doesn't like what I say. And she was like, I've been giving him the pass. I could have been got him taxed. He thinks he's all bad, big bad just because he's a Norteño and all this and that. Hey, I know Norteños from everywhere. You know, I done slept with a whole bunch of them. I know she did, right? And I was like, oh, hell no. Or hell yeah, for the homies, right? She was for the streets. But anyways, she was like, hey, one of my ex-old man, he's from Salinas. Let him know that. And I might get a big old heavy hitter from Salinas to come over here. My antennas went up when she said the word Salas, right? I said, oh, dude. I started to get worried, a little nervous, because I said, okay, Salinas, now she's talking. Now she's talking. You know, it's not Merced anymore. It's Salinas. It's now become Salas. It's become the bull lechuga. It's become real, right? So I said, damn, what if she sends a mean heavy hitter from Salas? That's going to be red on red. I can do that. At the same time, they might deem me when I get locked up, you know, or it might be a real righteous homeboy. I don't know. To what I might have to talk myself out of this one, you know, or I might just have to go all out on, you know, like Batman does. So I have to jump in the Batmobile and just skirt out, do the jokeada. So anyways, I remember a couple more weeks passed and she calls us and she was like, hey, do you guys want to come over to eat? And every time she called me over to get beat up, it was always over a meal. You know, so I was like, okay, so one or two things is going to happen. Either we're going to eat some bomb steak right now or I'm going to get jumped on. Hey, let's go party, right? So let's go over there and get our steakization on because so far it's always worked out. She cooks good. I mean, I heard she's good, but she cooks even better. Or maybe vice versa. One never knows, does one. I never got the chance yet. For the streets. Guard! I said, yeah. Anyway, so trip out. We go over there. We pull up my ride. And I noticed there's a car there. A clean lowrider, right? You know, it was I think it was a 74 glass house. It was in the It was light green, gold Dayton's. White drop top, clean. I was like, oh, hell no, I ain't never seen this in the town. I'm already looking around like, oh, this chick really went and did this, right? She comes out all, you know, she was bad too. All tirada, hair all messed up. So obviously she was just giving the mamon of her lifetime, right? She comes out like, doing her hair with sweats on. She was like, oh, we'll see now, fool. You talk all that stuff. We'll see now. Watch. And I'm like, damn, why she stay wanting to get me beat up? I ain't never done nothing bad to her. I loaned her all kinds of money. You know what I mean? I never spoke on her with the homeboy, with 4 homeboys. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I've seen so many different black dudes coming up out of pad. I ain't never said none of this to her baby daddy, but at the same time, she steady wants to get me beat up. I could put her on blast. The expose was real, right? And I ain't talking about, catch me, I'm falling. Oh, Randy, you done fell already, girl. Whatever. Let's do what you got to do. I ain't mad. I got me a little 38, allegedly, and I'm going to let it pop if I need to, because once it popped, it doesn't stop. So anyways, we go walking up. And of course, I'm thump again, but I'm nervous this time. This time, I think I'm walking into the unknown. Right? And this chick goes and she shuts her old raggedy ass screen door with the screen all messed up, cucarachas crawling out of it. And I hear her tell the dude, hey, he's here. Hit that fool. Let that fool know what's up. That's right, baby. Let him know what's up. Man, gente, palabra, peace shot. As my witness, right? When I walked into that pad, I ain't gonna lie. I was very precautious. I didn't have my hand on the thing. And I was like, man, I'm just gonna come out of this one blasting, right? Because I don't know what's gonna happen here. Now, let me tell you something, gente. I walk up in there. There's some big old dude, big old fat, dark, ugly dude sitting, right? I just see the back of his head's all tatted. I'm like, oh, hell no, right? Man, how's she gonna have me do the vato like this? Are you gonna do me like this? I don't wanna get done like this. I said, Woods, help me, right? Man, this vato turn around, it's my primo. Out of everybody in the world she could have called, it's my primo. And not only is it my primo, but it's my first cousin. You know, his mom and my dad are brother and sister. My primo. The real deal, not distant family member, not second cousin you never seen. You know, not someone that it's a primo, you bought this old lady one time and now you find out, damn, I didn't even know you were my cousin. I didn't know she was related somehow. Nah, not that. Honest to God, real cousin. He looks, he goes, psh, man, this is my cousin. And I was like, Poppies, what's up, fool? Right, give me a hug, give me a hug. I love you, fool, right? He's like, hey, I jump on his back. He's a big old, he stands up. I'm over there, hey, fool. Hey, she's like, I give up. And I just can't do nothing. I said, look. He gets up, he's like, look, I don't care about none of man. This is my cousin. Why are you tripping? Why are you trying to get my cousin hit? She was like, no, because he took my sister away from me and he treats me like, and I was like, man, I don't even treat you. I saw it in your head. I'm just trying to, I can't help it. I gave her the real one and she got pregnant. I'm going to be in your life forever. I'm going to be in your life every day, like every bump in your head. It's just what it is. Eventually, she conformed. But I'll never get over the fact that this highness stayed trying to set me up. Now, that's the way the world works. That's the energy you put out is what you get. It seemed like every time she tried to do something bad to me, she got slapped in the face. It didn't work, eh? You know? Of course, over time, me and her ended up becoming real good friends. Almost to the point of... something different, right? But it never went down, you know. So for my baby mom, if you're watching, I would never do that to you. I said, bitch, right? And that's just what it is. But she did try to get me. I remember my primo that night, of course, we ate steak, right? He got one of his lifetimes, and I got mine right there on the couch watching Judge Judy. You already know what it is with the big old booty. Toma. With that being said, I hope that you move with a purpose. That was just a little story to tell on this beautiful Saturday day. Go out there, get it. Remember, it's windy, it's rainy, but at the same time, we're living, ente. We're raza, and that's what we do. With that being said, move with a purpose. Get out there, get everything that you got coming to you. Move fast and hustle. Don't hustle no one up out of your stuff, man. Get your own. I said, get your own, cabron. Guard and the woods, brother. Get your own. That's right. If you like this, hit that like and subscribe with a thumbs up, where I'll be doing this every day, 7 days a week, man. Right here on Gunners Collective and Gunners Profiles. I'm going to continue. And that's just what it is. If you don't like me, and most don't, it's crazy how I have 350 people in the live and only 22 likes. People don't like me, but they like to watch me, right? Hit me with that thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. And I'm going to continue to strive and struggle for what I honestly, truly believe in. And real talk, that's the raza. And that's all it's ever gonna be, you know? Coming together as a people, man, to tell you some good stories, to entertain you, to have fun, to make you laugh, to make you cry. Some ask and wonder, why? It's because I do what I does, cuz the gun in that fashion. Bang, bang. Have a good weekend.